Hello everyone, today in this video I would like to talk about ABBA's DVD collection. These are not all of ABBA's DVD releases, this is my DVD collection. If you collect all of these, you basically have all or most of the footage that was released by ABBA on DVD. And I would like to talk about some of the differences to how the content was originally presented back in the day to how it is on these DVDs. And what is so special about each DVD release. And it brings us back to the early 2000s. And it starts with The Winner Takes It All, The ABBA Story, a documentary from 1999. The DVD comes from 2001, and this celebrates 25 years of ABBA, which is now over 50 years of ABBA. It tells the story of ABBA, interwoven with the creation of Mamma Mia, the musical. It is executive produced by Judy Kramer, producer of Mamma Mia, and it features all 4 members of ABBA in individual interviews. We also see Björn and sound engineer Michael B. Dretov at the mixing desk. And we get 2 songs from ABBA's Waterloo album, Honey Honey and the title track, in isolated backing track elements. They demonstrate the backing track. And we got 2 snippets, 2 special songs related to the Voulez-Vous album, snippets of unreleased songs. If It Wasn't for the Nights, as a demo version that Björn and Benny did for the string arranger Anders Elias, and the early version of Chiquitita called In the Arms of Rosalita. Again, those are also only featured as very brief snippets on the documentary. And now, unfortunately, for this DVD release, they altered those 2 sections. If It Wasn't for the Nights, the demo originally ran for 40 seconds, approximately. Here on this DVD, it is only 5 seconds. The rest is overdubbed with a studio version. In the Arms of Rosalita is only about 20 seconds long, but here the second half is obscured by narration. In the original TV broadcast, we got to hear the complete 40 seconds of the If It Wasn't for the Nights demo, and we got to hear the complete Rosalita early take, the 20 seconds as it is without narration. So they did alter those sections for this home video release, which is really, really unfortunate, and I really don't understand this procedure, because the sections where they talk about those 2 individual versions is about them talking about this demo tape and this early take, and they take it away for the DVD release for most of those sections. So it's unfortunate, but that's how it is, and this is one of the first full-length ABBA documentaries officially released. But in the same year, in 1999, there was another documentary, a half-hour program called ABBA The History, and we'll come back to that one. Also in 1994, there was a documentary called Thank You ABBA. It was released on VHS tape, also on Laserdisc in Japan, and on video CD in Singapore and Malaysia. But other than that, this first documentary, Thank You ABBA, from '94, never really made it into the digital time of today on DVD. It's basically a companion piece to the Thank You for the Music box set. So basically ABBA did what the Beatles did 1 year later with the Beatles Anthology, a box set and a documentary, but in a much smaller scale, of course. And that documentary is really fantastic to see. It's all about the music, about ABBA's studio albums, all in chronological order, but it's also about their visual legacy. And it features interviews with their manager, Stig Andersson, with their sound engineer, Michael B. Dretov, and with the costume designer, Ove Sandström, as well as the art director, Rune Söderqvist. There are no interviews on this documentary with ABBA themselves, and it runs about 55 minutes, and you can watch it here on YouTube on the great channel from Robert Mancini. So We continue with the DVD collection. In 2002 we got the definitive collection. This one features all of ABBA's 30 music videos, except I Have a Dream and Lay All Your Love on Me. We'll come back to those. And it also has 5 bonus tracks. When I Kissed the Teacher, the music video especially produced for Swedish television, and Dancing Queen from the Royal Performance, as well as 3 Spanish music videos. And I've got to say, the Spanish version for I Have a Dream, the music video, is one of my favorites. Was recorded, taped at the Polar Studio, and it's unfortunate that they didn't record a similar music video for the English version of I Have a Dream. That is that. And 1 year later we got ABBA Gold. This one has 19 music videos corresponding to the compilation album, and this time we do have I Have a Dream and Lay All Your Love on Me. And on the bonus tracks we have Dancing Queen from 1992, a variation of the music video from 92, as well as that documentary from 1999, ABBA The History, a 25 minutes documentary featuring Björn and Michael Bidretov. Again, it's interwoven with ABBA's story and the Mamma Mia musical. It was a promotional tool for the musical, but it's a great little film which is really all about the music and the memories of Björn and Dretov, working on the songs, recording in the studio, as well as very unique insights from Dretov himself, especially about all those mixes of Summer Night City and one of his favorite songs, 2 for the Price of 1. ABBA The History is featured as a bonus track on ABBA Gold, the DVD. And in 2004 we got the last video. This one is a very important music video to me. This was my introduction to ABBA. There's a video on my channel about that story. And this DVD also has a little making of, a fascinating behind the scenes content, how this video was created in all secrecy. And of course all 4 members of ABBA have their cameo guest appearances in this music video. In the same year, and that was a very good year, the 30th anniversary, we got ABBA in concert. And this one is different to the VHS and the Laserdisc. For this DVD release, the live soundtrack was newly mixed by Bernard Löhr, supervised by Benny Andersson. And this DVD release also has incredible bonus tracks. The Way Old Friends Do, I Have a Dream Uncut, which is basically the music video, but also a performance of Thank You for the Music, which was, up until that point, never released before. And it also has fascinating interviews with the director of this TV special, Urban Larsson, and ABBA's tour producer Thomas Johansson. And we also get a beautiful, thick, complimentary booklet with all the insights about ABBA live in concert. And also in the same year, in 2004, we got a new documentary, Super Troopers, which is basically an updated version of the Winner Takes It All documentary, celebrating 30 years of ABBA this time and 5 years of Mamma Mia. Again, it was executive produced by Judy Kramer, telling the story of ABBA and their reunion from 2004, or if there would be an ABBA reunion for the celebrations in London. And it's interwoven with the story of ABBA and Mamma Mia. And I really like this film a lot. And in 2005 we got ABBA the movie finally restored. In 2007, 2 years later, we got it on Blu-ray disc as well. And again, like on ABBA in concert, the live soundtrack was remixed by Bernard Löhr. It is different to the VHS and Laserdisc from the 1980s. And on the bonus selection, this time, we get an interview with actual members of ABBA, with Björn and Benny, in conversation with Carl Magnus Palm in New York City. And this is a beautiful digipack 2-disc set, which would be in correspondence to this marvelous DVD release that we talked about last time in a standalone video, ABBA in Japan, which came out 4 years later. So, in 2005, We also got ABBA the complete recording sessions, a box set with CDs with all of their studio recordings, and that box set also had 2 DVDs, one with the music videos, but one which was very exclusive, and that one featured not only the documentary ABBA the History, that little documentary, but also for the very first time, live in April 1981, 5 of 9 songs from the Dick Cavett Meets ABBA TV special, once again remixed by Bernhard Löhr, and also having an incredible 5.1 surround mix of those 5 live tracks. You can hear the vocal track on the center in isolation, and you can hear the backing tracks of those live performances on the left and right stereo channel separated from the vocals. It's a great way to hear those live recordings with a 5.1 surround setting. In 2006 we got ABBA Number Ones. This one basically has again a selection of 19 music videos corresponding to the compilation album of the same name. But this DVD is in my collection for the bonus tracks, which featured previously unreleased TV performances. Amongst those are some unique live and alternate versions of songs, mainly the Waterloo performance from Top of the Pops, and I Have a Dream and Under Attack from 1982, which featured special cold endings. Now, as I said, we do have much more DVD. Well, those were the main DVD releases, I would say, between 2001, 2006. Then we got this brilliant one in 2009, and we do have a few more in the following years. Of course, we shouldn't forget the series of ABBA Deluxe editions, which has all their studio albums and which came with DVDs for each studio album, with TV specials and interviews from the time, performances, and rare footage, unreleased footage on some of the DVDs as well. We do have a standalone video on those on this channel. But I'd also like to mention the DVD release ABBA Gold CD DVD Special Edition from 2010. That one had Money Money Money, the cartoon video. The Essential Collection from 2012 is basically an updated definitive collection, but it has 2 more Spanish videos. And in 2014 we got a deluxe edition DVD as part of the ABBA official photo book, of the deluxe edition of that photo book, which featured a newly produced documentary called ABBA in Pictures, the photographer's story. Unfortunately, I don't have that deluxe edition of this book, and I don't have that DVD with a documentary, but that was what was released 10 years ago. So I think it was very important for me to talk about these DVD releases, about this period in time when they really gave us so much footage, so much material. We got the documentaries, we got ABBA's music videos, we got their concert films, we got television performances, we got whole television specials on the deluxe editions, ABBA in Australia, ABBA Dabba Doo, ABBA in Switzerland, we got the standalone ABBA in Japan, we got vintage documentaries, again ABBA in Japan, Words and Music, the documentary about the Super Trooper album. Really quite incredible. The amount of footage, of bonus content, of unique audio material scattered throughout these DVD releases. That is something which was really unique and which I really treasure, especially in recent years, as people tend to forget about those DVD releases, because we now just don't get DVD releases anymore because of the times. We don't even really have CD releases. All we have are vinyl reissues in the last decade or so. So that was a very special time in ABBA's catalog of releases, and I highly treasure these DVDs. And of course, Now I would like to know from you, what do you think of ABBA's DVD collection? Which DVDs are your favorite? Why? What else would you have wished for them to release back in the day? DVDs are no more, at least when it comes to ABBA releases. It's a shame they skipped the high-definition Blu-ray period, apart from ABBA the movie. But nowadays we do get the music videos in 4K high definition on ABBA's YouTube channel. We did get ABBA in concert in high definition on their YouTube channel. Not the whole program, but the individual performances. So that's what it is. That's where we are. So let's take the opportunity to look back in time and to look back at this, I think, marvelous DVD collection. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, your favorites, and what you think of ABBA, the DVD collection. Thank you very much for watching. Alright, until then, hey do!